Surrounding light and how to use it. Surrounding light, whether it be natural light from the sun or simply a street lamp, can be your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on your direction. This seems kind of obvious, but most people don't realize it. Shooting in the same direction that the light is traveling can brighten up your entire subject and the scene. So if everything is too dark, you should try changing your shooting direction to match the direction of the light source. On the contrary, shooting into the light can create a really nice silhouette if positioned properly and exposed properly. Exposure is the amount of light per unit area. This is just a fancy way of saying how bright or how dark a picture is whenever you take it. The best time to shoot in almost any setting is at golden hour, which is the hour right before sunset or the hour right after sunrise. This is because the light is softer and coming from one single direction, closer to the horizon. Here's some examples. This was shot facing into the light, which creates a really nice silhouette. A silhouette is when your subject is completely dark against a bright background. This shot was taken more facing into the same direction that the light was casting. The subject is well lit and so is the background. Here's a diagram of the difference between the two different shooting directions relative to the light source. Neither option is wrong. It just depends on what style that you want to achieve. Next, we're going to talk about filling the frame. This is a style choice that is done by positioning more objects in the foreground of the image to create a much fuller shot and draw your eye closer to the subject. The foreground is the front of the image, and the background is the back of the image. Foreground versus background. Pretty standard. You can use almost anything to fill the frame. Some simple examples are branches, trees, light posts, people, and walls. It will all depend on where you're shooting and what is in your nearby surroundings. And remember, photography is resourcefulness. Here's an example of a relatively empty photo. If you've been taking nothing but dead space photos for a while and want to try something new, try filling the frame with different surrounding objects to make it more interesting. And you might need a friend to help you with this one in particular. Whatever you choose to fill a shot with can also help to tell a story. More on this next.